In this video, we're going to show you everything you need to know about reading a candlestick chart. Faster is exactly what we'll be covering in this video. As always, if you want more video more often, please hit the like button. That allows for our turn to keep producing video on YouTube. Now here's how you actually read candlesticks. Green candlesticks are bullish because price appreciate, and when upwards for the time period, candlesticks are bearish because price appreciate, and when downwards for the time period. This rectangular area is known as the candlestick body, or the real body. These lines that sticks out above and below the candlestick body, or known as the wicks, or shadow or tail. For green candlestick, opening price at the bottom of the candlestick body, and then the close price is at the top of the candlestick body. For red candlesticks, opening price at the top of the candlestick body, and the closing price is at the bottom of the candlestick body. The wicks ends at the top represent the highest price points of the time period. The wicks at the bottom represent the lowest price point for the prime period. Now, what does the size of the candlestick body tell you? The bigger the candlestick body represents momentum gain, as price travel greater distance journey that time period. The smaller the candlestick body represents momentum loss, as price travel by shorter distance during that time period. When you have very small candlestick body or close to no body, this is known as a doji, which represent in distance from buyers and sellers, because price swing up and swing down during time, but the close the same price as where it opened for, which means buyers and sellers got nowhere, and gain shown in the station. Not before we shown this on the chart. Why are candlesticks important to understand? Candlesticks tell a story and our reflections of what buyers and sellers are doing. Meaning the candlestick pattern is the forms on top particular moment in time tell you a lot about what is going on. In terms of buying and selling occurring in the market. Now let's go to right on the chart. This seriously estate you were looking up, and then this case is Apple stock. This here is day time frame. Right now it shows 1B. Watching it translates the daily time for meanings where candlestick you see represent 1 day of time. If you were to switch the 1 hour time frame, which will show a 1 and then where candlestick on the screen, where represent 1 hour of time, this bar below tell you that date and time. So if you take your mouse and place it on top of the candlestick here, you'll see the dragger line connected the candle to the scale below, which shows the date as January 3rd. If you move your mouse on candle to right, you'll see 1 day later, which January 4th again. Because you were on daily time frame where kind of 6 represent 1/8 of time. Now it's bar to the right. Tell you the price of the asset. It lets you want to know the price of the green candle here. Remember, green candles open below at the bottom of the rectangle here and close above at the top of the rectangle here. So if you want to know the opinion price, place you mouse at the bottom of the rectangle and notice how the dotted line connects to the scale on the right, and it shows $126.05, which means when the market opening on January 6th, the upside was trading at $126.05. Now you want to know the closing price, place your mouse at the top of the rectangle looking to the scales on the right, and notice how it stays $129.61, which means when the market closed on the January 6th, Apple stocks finished trading under $129.61. This is a white green candle, and Polish ticket price opened at $126.05 and closed at $129.61, meaning the Apple stocks appreciate $3.56. And the trading day of January 6th, which is bullish price action because a buying insert in the stock drop price support. Now the week blue is the lowest price at the Apple stocks reached that day. Place your mouse at the bottom of the week, and it shows $124.90 on day's lower price. That week's above is that highest price that the Apple stocks reached that day. Place your mouse out top of the week, and it shows $113.30 at the day's higher price. So that's how you want to know the price of the red candle here. Remember bullish candlestick open above at the top of the rectangle here. Enclosed below at the bottom of the rectangle here for the opening price of January 3rd. Place your mouse at the top of the rectangle, and it shows $30.24 for the closing price of January 3rd. Place mouse at the bottom of the rectangle, and it shows $125.13. This is why red candlesticks are bullish, because price opened at the $130.24 and close $125.13, mean the Apple stocks depreciate it by $5.11 on the January 3rd, which is bullish price action. That a week blue is the lowest price of the Apple stocks reached that day. Place mouse the bottom of the week, and it shows $124.21 as the day's highest price the week. The week above the highest price that the Apple stock reached that day. Place your mouse on top of the week, and it shows $130.93 as the day's highest price. So if you see more red candles than the green candles, this represents downtrend price actions. In the depreciation of the assets, as sellers and peers continue to sell more of the assets, causing the push downwards. When you see more green candles than the red candles, this represents an uptrend and a bullish price action and the appreciation of the assets, as buyers and bulls continue to buy more of the estate, causing the push upwards. When you see a bunch of green candles together, one after the above and one after the other, the show price is gaining a more upward momentum. When you see a bunch of red candles together, one after the other, this price gaining a more downwards momentum. When you see a mix of both red and green candles together, and somewhat a price giving the showings and decisions and constellations and the choppings the market. So before we continue, we want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments below right now what topics we should cover next, as we always look at the comments to decide on the next video topics. Also, please hit the like button that allows for our team to continue to produce for YouTube video. So how to identify an uptrend? You head around here and your pullback here, which means the uptrend makes higher high and higher low. On price action standpoint, a moving uptrend shows a bullish momentum, and the buyers are in control. So you lean towards taking a long term ready to trade with the moving upwards here momentum. So now, how do you identify a trend changing from an uptrend to a downtrend? Type 1. You have your moving uptrend to the higher high and higher low before a lower high form, signaling a trend change from an uptrend to downtrend. Type 2. You were a moving uptrend to the higher high and higher low before you have a lower low forms followed by lower high pullback before the fourth change break out and lower. Type 3. You uptrend to higher high and higher low before you have a lower high that forms, signaling a trend change from uptrend to downtrend. So how to identify a downtrend? Have your runs here and your pullbacks here, which means downtrend and makes a lower high and lower low from a price action standpoint. Moving downtrend shows a bullish momentum, and that the sellers are in control. So you lead towards taking short entries to trade with the moving downwards. Here a momentum. So now how to identify a trend changing from a downtrend to an uptrend. Type 1. You have moving a downtrend to the lower high and lower low before the higher high forms, signaling a trend changing from a downtrend to an uptrend. Type 2. You have your moving downtrend to the lower high and lower low before you have a higher high forms followed by higher high pullback before the full try and change breakout and higher high. Type 3. Have a removing downtrend to the lower high and lower low before you have a higher low from form first, followed by trend change breakout and higher high. So how do you identify a sideways range market? Price making a same high and same low and moving in sideways directions in a market like this, but it can trade in both directions with confidence. So how to identify momentum gain? The first way to identify momentum gain is a lot for type price momentum in uptrend. Notice our price were tied together with a wide swing, which shows a buyer are in full control and that not enough sellers are in market. To cause swing in the upside direction, you want to trade with this outlier and gains of momentum and not against it. In the upside directions in a downtrend, notice again how price is very tight together with wide swing, which shows the sellers are in full control and that there are not enough buyers in the market. To cause swings and the upside directions, you want to trade with this downtrend, a gain of momentum and not against it. So the second way to identify momentum gain is a candles growing in size, an uptrend and another side how each candle is getting larger and larger and moving a greater distance per candle, which shows in gains and bullish momentum. You want to trade with these gains of momentum and not against it. And then a downtrend, another side against how each candle is getting larger and larger and moving a greater distance per candle, which shows like gains in bearish momentum. You want to trade with these gains and in bearish momentum, not against it. So how do you identify momentum low? First way to identify momentum lows. This is a lot of my swings of price after tight price movement. So this is uptrend, here is tight price movement, which means if buyers are in full control, you don't have wide swings are occurred, which shows movement lows and that the buyers are no longer in complete control and handle the possibles a reversal of price. If paired with trend change price action, again the upside direction, at this downtrend here a high price movement, which means the sellers are in full control. You have in with swings are occurring, which shows a momentum loss and that the sellers are no longer in complete control and it can lead to a possible reversal price. If paired with trend change price action, the second way to identify the momentum lows sell up for shrinking candles. In a downtrend, also you start with a big red candles and then where a candle after gets smaller and smaller, which shows the lows of downtrend momentum as the distance travel per candles in less and less. This candle lead to possible reversal of price. In an uptrend, notice how you start with a big green candle and then where a candle after gets smaller and smaller, which shows a loss of upwards momentum as distance travel per candle is less and less. This can lead to a possible reversal of price. The third way to identify momentum lows is to look for a candle color change after you have consecutive candles of the same color. In the downtrend, notice that you already candles before green candle appeared. Shows a momentum loss because price failed to produce another candle with lower low closing price and instead made a higher high closing price. Through the green candles, this can lead to possible reversal of price in an uptrend. There is you have all green candles before the red candle appears. This shows momentum loss because price failed to produce another candle with a higher high closing price and instead made a lower closing price through the red candle. Make sure to hit the like button on this video. It allows for our team to continue to produce more free videos on YouTube. So thanks for watching, and I see you in the next episode.